Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Turnbuckle Studios proudly brings to you its gaming and entertainment news of the week with your host and tag team partners. He's Chris Best, I'm OM Dynamic, and welcome to the Boar's Nest. How we doing, Mr. Best, despite the wrong intro?
Well, we are bracing for impact with this game that you're going to be playing tonight, and it's funny that intro played. I was literally like not even 2 minutes ago, guys, talking about TNA, showing repeats on up here in Canada.
Yes. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are returning to Star Wars Outlaws, which I started last week here on the show. In fact, I'm in the same place we left off.
That's always a good thing because that's what I do on Saturday Night Gaming. I don't touch the game I'm playing for a whole week just so that the viewers can know exactly where I'm at. One thing I like about the winter, and it's probably the only thing I like about winter, how easy it is to get ice cold water.
Yes.
But what is it that you are doing at this moment?
Right now, I am trying to disable an energy barrier, and I will show you that here in just a moment.
Now, for the viewers who didn't know last week, how did you end up in this situation?
Trial and error, to be honest.
I meant storyline wise, like how did you end up here?
Storyline wise, I've actually stolen a starship. I've joined the first mob, so to speak. This is actually a Star Wars Mafia game.
Yeah,
So you're
that it
trying
is.
to join work your way through the biggest crime syndicates in the galaxy.
And as I said in the comments last week, if I do get my hands on this game, I got to go for the nostalgia and join Jabba the Hutt's crew.
Yep. I'm going to work my way up to that one, to be honest.
Key down.
Yes, he is. And that's good.
So I saw that he.
Sorry.
I was gonna say I saw that he dropped a weapon. Is there what's the word I'm looking for? Is there weapons that are more powerful than other weapons, or is it really based on personal preference?
There are more powerful weapons. That's why I've actually picked this one up. This is the AR 3100 blaster rifle.
Yeah, that's the weapon that the guy dropped.
Yeah. So, but you do have your regular blaster. And as you can see here, I'm looking at, looks like numerous people outside.
Mm-hmm. And what I mean by like personal preference is that there are certain like shooter games that uh power and speed on guns do matter, but it's in the way that you operate the weapon
Yeah.
that becomes the personal preference. Like for instance, my loadouts in Call of Duty, right? It's all on personal preference. It's not because of one gun being more powerful than the other gun. It's based off how I know how to use the gun.
Right. Yeah, I think this is not so much based on the personal preference. I think this one here is more based on more power.
So okay, so it's more like Final Fantasy will say, like, right, like you get your starter sword, but then like the next sword you get is better, so you switch out that sword for the next sword.
Yeah.
In that, again, if there's if there are shops in here, and I see you're operating like a pistol, basically.
Yep.
If you look at the pistols in whatever shop and you see a pistol that's better than the pistol you have, you're going to obviously try to buy that pistol.
I will, yes. So far, like, there's still a lot of merchants to meet in this game,
Yeah.
and I've barely begun to scratch the surface on that.
Yeah, and again, when I go back to when I mentioned like personal preference as well, especially with guns in like Call of Duty, we'll say again, the personal preference again is also based on the parts that you can unlock for your guns in that game. So
Yeah.
you can definitely, at that point, that's when you personalize your gun and it becomes your personal preference.
Yeah, certainly I haven't seen anything about personal preferences yet.
Yeah.
Okay, where are they? There you are.
I was gonna say, I think he's shooting at you from behind. To make this more like along the lines of Star Wars of this game here, Dead Space is that way. So like you can buy parts for your gun in Dead Space and
Right.
you know decide which part works best for your weapons.
Yep.
There are more powerful guns than the gun you start off with in Dead Space, but sometimes you may have to go back to your old reliables with the parts that you've already attached to those guns.
Yeah. And there are credits to pick up in this game that you use for spending.
Yep.
I have not yet bought anything at a merchant just because I don't think I've had enough credits, though I might have.
And we've got Chris Parrish coming in saying, hello, how's it going, Mr. Parrish? Glad to have you here. I'm always the type when I play like these style games where you go to a town, one of the first things I do is I do go to the merchants to see what they have.
Right.
Because that's the Final Fantasy brain in me coming in. Because like I've been taught in playing that game that the first thing you should do is go to the shops and check out what items they have. But at the same time, based on what I'm seeing here, you could even find better guns, different parts, and all that kind of stuff, even when you're I'm going to say out in the field.
Absolutely.
Again, just like Final Fantasy, where I'm always finding different parts. Because again, in Final Fantasy, the current Final Fantasy I'm playing right now is Final Fantasy 15. And you can either choose to buy new weapons or you'll find new weapons, or you can buy parts to upgrade weapons as long as you talk to a certain character. We'll cover more of that this coming Wednesday.
Yes.
Actually. I have to wonder though, and I know that you're part of a crime syndicate. I have to wonder in this game if you can actually get a lightsaber though. Because to me, it's not a Star Wars game unless you have a lightsaber handy somewhere.
Right.
And I know that in the Star Wars universe, it seems that lightsabers are only available to the Jedi or the Sith. But if you work for a crime syndicate, I'm pretty sure you can get your hands on one.
You would think so. Okay, so I still don't have enough health here, so I gotta hide.
So I got to ask, is this your one of your first experiences with Star Wars video games, or
Yes.
oh, so you're a newbie at this kind of stuff,
I
eh?
am.
If you want a real fun Star Wars game, though, and I think Bubba might have mentioned this last week, but the Lego Star Wars games are really fun.
Right.
The Lego Star Wars games, to me, are the ones that closely tell the stories of the original trilogy, the sequel trilogy, and the original trilogy. My first Star Wars game might have been, I want to say, Empire Strikes Back on the 2600, the Atari,
Right.
way back in the day. And even then, back then, I had no clue. I had no clue what what I was doing in that game.
Right. So I'm going to try and run away here and see if I can shut down an alarm.
Yeah. Now the one thing I didn't see last week when you were looking through the different syndicates, does each syndicate offer like different perks for joining them?
Nothing that I saw yet, but of course you build your relationships.
Mm-hmm. Well, because I'm going to use Battlefield in this example here. And Battlefield, if you pick which class you want to be, there's different perks for each class, right?
Right.
So I'm
I would
just curious.
assume I haven't, because I'm still at a quote unquote poor relationship with this syndicate,
Yeah.
even though I'm trying to break into their stuff. And that is exactly what I'm trying to do here right now, is break in. Where I just was, I'm sure you saw that big red door.
Yeah.
That's the energy barrier that I have to try and disable.
I don't see like a map that you can look at though, or is there a map that you can check out too, so that you know where you're going, or is that it on the top there?
That's really it.
Okay, so I'm gonna full screen my side here and have a look. Oh, I see. So it's kind of like Skyrim's thing. I wouldn't call it a map. I would call it more of a compass kind of
Yeah.
situation. Um, but I think the thing is, when you entered the pause menu on in Skyrim, there was a map that you could look at and set waypoints there.
Right. I do believe as well, I think I've unlocked some fast travel points in this game, but I just don't remember offhand. But yeah, like if you go there, see, here's the
Okay,
map.
yeah,
So there
there's a
is a
map.
bit of a map.
Okay, so that would help me out because like some days, some games I just can't play unless it has a map to help me
Right.
out. And I say some games because like side-scrolling games, you don't really need a map for that. But now I've been told that this game does offer like an open world kind of experience, but
Yes.
I'm not quite seeing it just yet.
No, not yet. Um, it's actually in the tutorial, you start to see it.
Hmm.
But this is just like really any of these other style games that you're gonna go in, open up areas.
Yeah, that's kind of like old school Grand Theft Auto. In Grand Theft Autos 3, Vice City, and San Andreas, you were stuck to a certain part of the map, but as you progress through the story, other parts of the map got unlocked for you to get
Yeah.
to.
Well, and that's why I have to open up this. That's why I have to open up that energy barrier at the other end of the map.
Yeah. And that's why I only mentioned Grand Theft Autos. Oh, no, wait. I think GTA 4 was locked out, and you had to progress through the story to get to the next section of the map. But after that, for GTA 5, the developers were like, you know what? The whole map's available right away.
Right. You will be able to, upgrade equipment. Like, yes, you can upgrade equipment. You can upgrade your gear.
Yeah, I was going to say, is there like a armor upgrade of some kind or anything of that
There
nature?
will be later. Again, I haven't reached that point yet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it looks like I've opened this. Okay, so this is now going to be, this is one of the worst things to do.
What are you looking for exactly?
This is now I have to open this door.
I know, but what are you looking for to do it?
You have to do it right on time with the blinking yellow light. And it's supposed to take just a couple of clicks.
So every time that light goes off, you have to hit whatever button.
Yep. This actually gets time consuming because it should take 2 clicks, but doesn't always work. Believe it or not, the first door I unlocked with my data stick, the beat was New Day Rocks.
And there you go. I won't lie, as soon as you entered this room, I thought it was a bar, and my Star Wars brain started playing the for the Star Wars fans out there, the Mos Eisley Cantina theme song. Do, 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 do. I was gonna say, you've seen the Star Wars movies, but we've talked about this in the past, and you've mentioned how you like the original trilogy, but not so much the sequel trilogy.
Yes.
Or I mean the prequel trilogy, not the sequel trilogy. The
Yes. I
sequel trilogy
prefer.
is 7, 8, 9.
Yeah. No, it's 4, 5, 6 that I enjoy. I have not been able to watch it since I tried to watch episode 1.
Yeah. Now you would have loved going to my school then, because every year we had 3 days where the entire school would go into the gym and watch all 3 movies,
Oh,
one movie
wow.
each day. Every year we did it. But as students, we had to earn our right to go to go see to go watch those movies
Right.
every year. And I will not lie, as a kid, didn't like Star Wars but I still earned my right to go watch the movies because I didn't want to do schoolwork. I was frankly bored watching those movies growing up as a kid, but now I love them.
Right. And that's just the thing, right? Things change, tastes change over the years, and now we look back on those things with the nostalgia factor.
Mm-hmm. And it was just one of those things like that. I suddenly decided I liked it when I had basically, because my uncle Marty used to have like a collection of action movies, and I mean a collection. He had basically every Sylvester Stallone movie, every Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, every Chuck Norris movie you could think of.
Right.
And he even had like a bunch of like Alien, all the Alien movies, the Star Wars movies, all kinds of like sci-fi action as well.
Right.
And just one day, like I was going through his collection to pick a movie for him to watch, and I saw he had the original Star Wars trilogy on VHS. So I'm like, all right, let's pop it in. And suddenly I was hooked. And we're talking like I was maybe like 18, 19 years old. So probably more so at an age where I could understand the story and the lore around the Star Wars universe.
Right. Right. So you got to start trying to, like, with picking the locks when the pick is coming back is when you want to hit your button.
What's with the blue light on the bottom now?
That's telling you you've hit it.
Okay. If you get it wrong, do you have to start all over?
I don't know, to be honest. The first time I tried doing one of these, like, it took me an hour and I was stuck at it, and I'd even watched YouTube tutorials. So it's only supposed to take a couple of different. I just don't know if I'm just not holding the trigger long enough for it.
Mm. My cats right now are enjoying my company right now.
Nice.
And of course, it's only probably because I gave them, because I made a pasta dinner with tuna in it, as I was telling OMD before the show. And every time I do that, I give them the juice that's left over from the tuna.
Of course. While I continue fighting this lock, ladies and gentlemen, why don't you have a look at our first ad of the night?
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at turnbucklestudios.org.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Buy the merch, wear what we wear, support your favorite shows, support your favorite podcasters. All of that and more can be found at turnbucklestudios.org. If you have ever wanted your break in podcasting, content creation, potential collaboration, or just to help us out behind the scenes, turnbucklestudios.org is the place to be for all your Turnbuckle affiliation program needs. Meet the team, Mr. Best, myself, Bubba Duke, Chris Parrish, and Carl Carafel. Get our socials, watch our latest weekly live episodic shows. hit the join button. Send us your credentials. Tell us how you can help us, how we can help you, and we can sit down as a collective and figure out the best fit. And of course, as you just saw, head on over to the shop, support us. All of your proceeds there come back into our studios to deliver you a better experience. Turnbucklestudios.org for all your Turnbuckle affiliation program needs. I'm assuming I absolutely need this because
Are you able to back out in case you can't do it?
yep.
Yeah, usually when I'm stuck in these situations, this is where I'll go quiet and get right focused until I figured it out, you know?
Well, and again, this is taking a lot longer than it probably should. I don't know if it's supposed to be. Oh, I'm betting I just about had it. If I would have had that third lock, I would have been fine. I can hear your cat's purring.
Yeah, she's right here on the screen. She decided that she wanted to be hugged like this, so...
Oh, okay. There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
I was gonna say, did you get it? Oh, it was just for a treasure. I thought it was for a door.
Yeah, no, it's just for a treasure, but I have a feeling it's probably what I needed in here.
Mm-hmm. I do like that you get a little animal companion with you.
Yep, that's Nick's. And yes, he is your pet. He's basically your Stitch.
He looks like He looks like an axolotl.
Yep, and he will go and attack enemies for you.
Cool. So there's a little bit of arc there for you. You tame in it. Well, I'm pretty sure you start off maybe with this creature.
Yes.
But in arc, you tame creatures that will help you out in your journey throughout the game. Whether it's you tame a creature that's going to help you gather things or kill other things. And that looks like a recipe.
It is. Okay, so I get an encrypted file. So these are always fun as well. And you know me, I'm not a puzzles guy.
I am, though. And typically when I'm in one of these puzzle games, I am I look around the room for for a clue.
That's what I was doing. There we go.
And I kind of learned how to do that when playing Silent Hill 2, the original Silent Hill 2. I learned it's key that you just, and it's one of those things again that I say in just about every game, pick up everything you find.
Yes. Right now, believe it or not, my inventory is actually full, so...
Yeah, that's the trouble I'm going through on Final Fantasy 15 right now. So there's in the game there's points where you can collect magic, and I'm full on magic right now. But when my inventory or something like that is full, again, that's where, if it's possible, you go to a merchant and sell some items that you don't need. And that's risky as well, because sometimes you may end up selling off like a piece of an item that could be used to build something to add as a part to your weapon. And right back to this we go. So are you moving the thing on the outside yourself? You're muted.
It moves when you hit that blue light.
Okay. I thought you were controlling the movement yourself.
No.
So in this situation, this is where I watch it a few times so that I can see when that yellow light pops up so that I can time when to hit my
Yeah.
trigger, you know?
Well, I'm watching the center because you want to wait for that first white ring to come in.
Yeah, and that first white ring comes in just about the same time as the yellow one hits.
Yep, and that's what you want. Or you watch for I'm going to assume that that's the pick in there that you're looking at. When it goes back is when you want to really hit the trigger. All right. Well, I'm going to say no. Now I'm in a restricted area, so I don't know if now I can get out this way. Oh.
Go from one right to the other. And I have to assume that there's going to be different levels of difficulty for these locks as well.
Oh, there is. These two have actually been the two trickiest that I've had.
Makes you wonder if there's some sort of a puzzle difficulty you could adjust in your settings.
I've actually already done that so that I get that guide ring.
How many times do you have to do it?
It's supposed to be twice.
Because it looks like you got it 5 times that one time.
Yeah. Oh, it's. So that means I probably need either one of these things to get through this. So yeah, this gets to be extremely frustrating.
Yeah, and you know what it is with these type of puzzles too that I always find weird is that when you put down the game and then you come back to it and you're not even really thinking about the puzzle,
Yep.
that's when you get it. Now, the green that pops up in the middle when you've triggered it, does that mean you got it?
I believe so. Because once it's supposed to go twice, it's supposed to lock in. As you can see at the bottom of the screen there, it says right trigger lock in.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if it's just been fluke luck on the other ones that I've been able to get, and now these ones are just too much of a pain for me, but
And you're only supposed to tap the trigger. You don't hold it or anything?
no.
And yeah, folks, this is like I said, this is one of those situations where if you've got the controller, you're gonna do the gamer lean, which is you lean in close to the TV and you get right focused on what you're doing.
Yeah. I'm actually watching the game more here on the monitor than I am on my actual TV.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, believe it or not, my picture is actually clearer and crisper here than it is.
I'm betting though, if you looked at your TV, you might get the timing right though.
Yeah. But, Mr. Best, maybe it's time we tell the people about all of the quality programming we have here each and every night of the week at Turnbuckle Studios.
Sure can. Here we go.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m., followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursday we go TNA as we brace for Impact at 9 p.m. On Fridays, join us for the SmackDown Security Detail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. And later that night we have the Boar at 9 p.m. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day. And please visit turnbucklestudios.org.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you have ever wanted your break-in podcasting, content creation, a potential collaboration, or help behind the scenes, turnbucklestudios.org once again is the place to be for all your Turnbuckle affiliation program needs. Meet the team under the host section and watch our latest weekly live episodic shows. Get our socials. Hit the join button. Send us your credentials. Tell us how you can help us, how you believe we can help you. and we will sit down as a collective and make it happen. As well, ladies and gentlemen, head over to the shop, buy the merch, support your favorite shows, support your favorite podcasters, wear what we wear. All of the proceeds there come back into our studios to bring you a better experience. And I managed to get it.
Oh, you did? I looked away for half a second. You get it. Sweet. And then this is the other thing that we gamers get once we get that puzzle unlocked, that sense of relief.
All right. So, like I pointed out to Bubba that there is actually a lot of stealth in this game. So a lot of Metal Gear feel or Splinter Cell feel.
Oh, Metal Gear's right up my alley. I love the Metal Gear series.
As well.
Oh, that's so helpful. When you can send your animal out to take out people. But it looks like it put everybody else on alert, eh?
It did, but
Now, does your pistol have a silencer on it at all, or
no,
something?
unfortunately. Very much like very much like a stormtrooper's pistol and very much like the old Star Wars.
Except you can actually aim, whereas the stormtroopers can't.
Right.
And they actually came up in one of the Star Wars movies. They actually came up with an explanation for that.
Right. I do remember that. I just don't remember
Yeah.
what the actual...
The helmet gave poor eyesight was the explanation. So, like, if that's the case, then why did Darth Vader keep using the same helmet? That's the plot
Right?
hole I thought of when I heard that, you know?
Well, because Darth wasn't actually firing any blasters.
No, but I'm pretty sure. And again, I'm thinking like way off topic. I'm pretty sure like whoever heads up the stormtroopers would have probably said something to Darth, although Darth Vader would have killed them for complaining.
Yes.
Oh wait, first of all, I don't think they would have. Darth Vader didn't really have command over them as well. That was Palpatine.
Yes.
I almost said General Grievous, but he was the commander of the clones.
Yes.
Yeah, I know my Star Wars lore pretty well.
That you do. And I trust you on all that Star Wars lore. So
Yeah.
I know it was you that looked up and found out that this game took place between The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
Yep. So this is where I'm thinking that if you did join Boba Fett's group, you might have had an encounter with I said Boba Fett, but I meant Jabba the Hutt.
Yes.
You may have had an encounter with Boba Fett because Boba Fett was working with Jabba the Hutt around that time frame.
Right.
Because as the story goes, Boba Fett was hired to capture Han Solo.
Yes. And as you'll notice from your equipment in this game, you actually look like a small or a female version of Han Solo.
Yeah.
There is also a lot of a Tomb Raider type of feel to this game as well.
Yeah, and it's giving me another Star Wars game that I have right now. I'm trying to remember it, so give me a second to look for it because I'm getting a lot of vibes from that game as well. Let me see which one it is, because I got a few Star Wars games in my collection. I can't remember them all. So I'm just on my PlayStation right now taking a look. I didn't realize how many Star Wars games I actually have access to. Jedi Survivor is the one I was thinking about. Because in that one, there's a lot of like, as you were just doing, climbing around that feel very like Tomb Raider, Uncharted, Indiana Jones kind of like. But yeah, I'll give you a complete look at. I'll show you a complete look at what I have for Star Wars access here that I didn't realize. I have in my personal collection, because I bought the game myself, Super Star Wars which is Episode 4 on the SNES.
Right.
Star Wars Demolition. Star Wars Racer Revenge. I'm gonna take a look at that one because I think that's one of the Pod Racer games.
Right.
Star Wars Jedi Starfighter. Star Wars The Clone Wars. Star Wars Unleashed. Star Wars Force Unleashed 2. That's that one. The Star Wars Force Unleashed games are actually pretty interesting because you play as someone who is an apprentice of Darth Vader.
Oh, wow.
Star Wars Bounty Hunter. Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Lego Star Wars. Lego Star Wars 1, 2, and 3, actually. Star Wars Unleashed, or Force Unleashed 1. Star Wars Rebel Assault. Star Wars, or that's Starship Troopers, never mind. Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga. Yeah. Most of the Star Wars games I do have access to are from the Lego Star Wars games.
Right.
Which, as I said, there's nothing wrong with that because they are fun to play.
I can imagine. I mean, I've yet to actually try a Lego game, and I actually should. I do know that there is the Skywalker saga available here on Xbox.
Yeah. If you want to play a Star Wars game or a Lego game that I think you might enjoy, because I know you're a big fan of this series, Lego Lord of the Rings.
Right.
I'm telling you, man, it's a very fun game. It only took me like 2-3 days to play through it all, but I think that's because I was playing it nonstop because of how much I was enjoying it.
Right. So you can see I've now just upped my relationship with Crimson Dawn. I could have saved it and upgraded the Pike Syndicate.
Mm-hmm. I was going to ask, can you join more than one syndicate, or it looks like only the one?
Looks like only the one for now, but I'm sure like there's alliances to be made, so I'm sure I can probably join more than one.
And I
at a
have to
time.
assume that if you can't join the other two, that's where they attempted the replayability was by having those other two syndicates to try, because maybe
Absolutely.
there's different stories that you go through, or different people that you interact with, you know?
Right. Speaking of interacting, ladies and gentlemen, we want your interaction and we want your help.
A Turnbuckle affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, video games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today, because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
And ladies and gentlemen, once again, turnbucklestudios.org is the place to be for all your Turnbuckle affiliation program needs. Meet the team you could be working with under the host section and get our socials. Mr. Best, myself, Bubba Duke, Chris Parrish, and Carl Carafel. Watch our latest weekly live episodic shows and get our socials. Hit that join button, send us your credentials, tell us how to help us, how we can help you, and we will sit down and figure out a plan of action. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, head on over to the merch booth. Buy the merch, wear what we wear, support your favorite shows. And all of those proceeds come back into our studios to give you a better experience.
I wonder too if in this game, if you can visit famous locations that were in the movies, like Hoth, for instance, or Tatooine, or the Sky City.
Right. And I'm not sure. I'm actually going to keep playing this because I am actually intrigued by this game.
Mm-hmm.
So this is something that I want to keep exploring until I either can't explore anymore or it just becomes too much of a hassle.
Or you've beaten the game.
Yes.
And I can't believe I used the word beaten, because we don't really say that word anymore. Finished the game. Because
right.
Finishing the game is playing through the story and getting to the end. Beating the game was like back in the day when because growing up, games were a lot tougher than they are now, guys. Think of Elden Ring, for instance. Elden Ring's considered one of the toughest games out there. That game would have been tough for us, even for us growing up. And that's why we used to say beat the game, because we beat the game, especially for me when it comes to the one game I can definitely say I've never beaten, but I've come close to. Ghosts and Goblins, man, that game was so hard. So hard.
Yep. All right. So I've got to figure out now how I get down here so that I can head out into the open world.
I don't think you're heading down that way unless it's telling you to. I don't know.
Well, I know there's an entranceway somewhere that will take me back to my vehicle. Just becomes a matter of finding that again.
I mean, just look at your map and see if where the way out is. I'd have to assume that there's some sort of an exit somewhere. You would think at least your vehicle would be on the map somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, see, there's a hut cartel opportunity.
It looks like those little blue like door things. Those look like exits to me.
They do. It's just a matter of trying to find where my vehicle is.
Mm. Maybe it actually is outside, and this is actually just a map of the inside that you're in, or the building that you're in.
It might be. Well, I'm going to go back and talk to this person again. But we are also just about at that 1 hour mark, Mr. Best.
Yeah, so if you don't mind, I will do the social thing for you.
Absolutely.
Just give me 2 seconds here to find our socials. There they are. So, OMD, where can those fine people look for you?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for me on the socials, it is my link tree, linktr.ee/OMD show. Mr. Best, yourself.
Yeah, you can look for me at my link tree, linktr.ee/Chris_best83. I just want to check something here right quick. I'm hitting too many buttons at once. OMD, I'm going to do this on this show because I don't know how you guys get out, but what are those words we like to go out on?
Well, normally it's just a so long, see you later. But ladies and gentlemen, please always remember the world is better with you in it. From all of us here at the Boar's Nest and at Turnbuckle Studios, to those of you out there wherever you are, good night, good luck.
Bubba Duke is here and plays his game. Looking to rock and take his fame. Loves to drive that General Lee every Sunday with OMD. Step up, he's ready for a fight, even when he has an open mic night. Boyness is here, so don't you sweat, cause Bubba Duke and OMB are here to own this set. So sit back and enjoy tonight's best, cause it's time to roar at Boar's Nest. Bubba Duke is here and plays his game, looking to rock and take his fame. Loves to drive that General Lee every Sunday with OMD. Step up, he's ready for a fight, even when he has an open mic night.